Do you hate consonants as much as I do? If I make them too soft, then the audience can't understand what I'm saying and it sounds like I'm cursive singing. But if I make them too harsh, it interrupts my breath and interrupts my phrases. It just makes it harder to sing. The last couple weeks we've been talking about Lily Lehman's How to Sing book. And she talks about consonants in this book, and she was a stickler on making sure you do it right. In her chapter on pronunciation and consonants, Lehman warns singers. It is wrong to sing without distinct words, but it is just as wrong to sing in such a way that the tone is interrupted by too much emphasis on the words. In other words, if people can't understand you, you failed. But if your consonants break the line of singing, you've also failed. How do we find this Goldilocks zone of consonants? Lehman says, every consonant must be made very clear and distinct, but must never interfere with the tone or the vowel. That means that the vowel is the body of the sound, not the consonants. The consonants are the edges that shape the sound. And then the art is fitting them together in a way that doesn't interrupt the breath. So here's an example of bad consonants, which I've talked about before. Mum, 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 ma, right? No one would really sing like that. But let's say we're singing, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing, right? But this would be super consonant heavy. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing. It just is like too tight in my jaw and it interrupts the breath. But we also don't want, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing. I hate cursive singing so bad. Please never, never sing like that. So we can't do either. We have to make sure that we have that Goldilocks zone. So if you're someone who over enunciates, who really separates their breath with their consonants, the trick is kind of a weird visual, but it works so much for me. So if you've ever played Mario Kart before, which I know I'm sure a lot of my viewers have, and if you haven't, what are you doing? End this video, go play Mario Kart. Anyway, when you're on a track, right? This is not Rainbow Road affiliated. I hate Rainbow Road. This is every other track besides Rainbow Road. You're on a track and you see the little rainbow strips, right? Coconut Mall, let's say Coconut Mall. You're on a track in Coconut Mall. You see those little rainbow strips. What do? They propel you forward. They propel the energy and the sound forward. Not the sound, but we're gonna take this idea and apply it to singing, right? So instead of, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing, which is an over-exaggeration, we're gonna think, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing. We have to think that the consonants are those rainbow strips, and they propel the voice forward, the vowel forward. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing. Instead of, oh my gosh, I can't wait to sing, which is not how anyone that I know of sings, but we want to make sure that we are really, really still utilizing those consonants, but ensuring that they're not interfering our voice. Some other things that you can play with is like padaka, 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 padaka. Amana, 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 amana. Manala, 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 manala. Right, I'm all pronouncing all of those consonants, but I'm making sure that they're not manala, 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 manala. That's too much consonants. Manala, 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 manala. The vowel is the core of the sound. The consonant is the edge that shapes the sound. I think the Mario Kart visual is going to be the best, right? And if you're not sure if you're doing it right, slow it down. Ma na la ma na la ma na la ma na la ma na la. That will help if you're still not sure if you're doing it right or if you feel like the Mario Kart visual just like isn't working. The biggest thing that Lily Lehman talks about is that the tone should never be sacrificed to the word. This applies to higher pitches, right? So if you're a soprano, you're singing above the staff and you have the word it up there. It might be easier to sing it at or ought instead of it up there. So that's something you can also take into consideration when it comes to interrupting the tone. We don't want the vowel nor the consonant to interrupt the tone. The audience should understand you, but the musical line and the tone must come first. This was a very quick one for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, or if you really need an answer desperately, you can go to my Patreon, which is linked either below in the description or in the comments, and you can sign up for direct advice from me, especially since my waitlist is almost full and I don't know if I can get to everyone in time. So you can always check that out. Okay, thank you. Please leave them down below, and until then, I will see you next time.